Welcome to WeddingMinister.tv, the only show on the internet pioneered to help you along the road to success, love, and happiness in your life and marriage. Hello, I'm your host, Reverend Dale Curtis, and thank you for watching this edition of WeddingMinister.tv. This show is sponsored by CapeFearWeddingMinister.com, an ordained non-denominational wedding minister serving couples who plan to have their exciting destination wedding in or around Wilmington, North Carolina. To get free copies of wedding vows, information about how to get your North Carolina marriage license, and wedding day quotes for the bride and groom, enter your name and email address at CapeFearWeddingMinister.com. Now in this episode we're going to talk about ways to make the most of your once and only, never to be repeated engagement. I think you might consider this to be a little silly, possibly not having any value at all. But you are engaged, so I want you to start with kissing each other hundreds of times. Then you can jump up and down screaming, "We're engaged! We're engaged!" Oogle your engagement ring. Shoot some pictures of yourselves with that awesome ring. And then I want you to settle down just enough where you can take some time, and this is very important, more for later than in this moment, but take some time and write down every detail about how you got engaged. This will become a precious document and a glorious story as well as the beginning to the incredible family legacy you are starting to create. Now with all of that done, kiss each other hundreds of more times. And here are 6 more ways to help your engagement be something wonderful and unique. Number 1, keep dating. Doing so helps push away the stress and the pressure wedding planning causes, which unfortunately and too often happens, drives couples apart. Pick places to go on your date where you have not been before so excitement and wonder continue to build in your relationship. Number 2, while you're on those dates, I want you to share one strength you find attractive about each other. For example, the bride might say to her groom, "You have a way of making me feel safe. I like that." And the groom might say to his bride, "I love your zest for life. That's a real strength you have in you." Okay, now those may not be perfect examples, but something attracted you to each other. Talk about those things. Now number 3, since your engagement is really preparing you for your marriage, now is a good time to begin developing your difference of opinion skills as a couple. You will negotiate a lot about wedding details like money and budgets, friends, boundaries, and family relationships and their roles, just to name a few. Some of these really may have already come up in conversation. But start getting comfortable with those conversations where you have a difference of opinion. Avoid attacking each other, taking immovable positions, or shutting down on a topic. The goal here in the beginning of this process during your engagement is to strengthen your relationship, which will extend into your marriage, because those topics are going to come up time after time after time. Number 4, celebrate love to the fullest, aimed at others in your life. Your future spouse certainly is one at which to aim your love. That's what the dating is for. But take some time to also thank your parents in a special way, because they love you and they have prepared you for this event. Number 5, and in that same vein, get together with bridesmaids and groomsmen that are going to be in your wedding party and find out what's happening in their lives. Now I know doing so, if they happen to live some distance from you, might be a little bit of a barrier. But talk to them on phone by setting up a conference call. That sounds weird, but it's easily done. I did it once with my family, and they thought I was brilliant for setting it up. Go to the web, type in freeconferencecall.com. You know, it's all one word, no spaces. freeconferencecall.com. And you can easily make it happen. It's loads of fun and it's free. Or Skype works for this type of get-together also. Use your engagement as a reason to connect with others. The bonding which takes place pays huge love dividends and gets everyone super excited about being in and at your wedding. Number 6, here's my do list for you both as individuals. Do love yourself. Do treat yourself well. Do take time separately and apart to recenter yourself and remember what's important. Do give yourself permission not to stress over anything about the wedding. It will work itself out. You're not striving for perfection. You're striving for a meaningful event. Do give thanks to God for the blessings in your life. And do pray for one another. Remember that you are not in just a countdown to your wedding. You're engaged to the person of your dreams. Bask in your engagement first and foremost. Then the hope and anticipation of your lives together becomes the fuel you need to find that caterer, decide on those favors, choose the right florist, DJ, cake maker, photographer, coordinator, and minister. After all, you're engaged. That's it for this edition of WeddingMinister.tv, the only show on the internet pioneered to help you along the road to success, love, and happiness in your life and marriage. I'll see you again soon.